Saturday. First time they've done a Saturday pay-per-view in a very, very long time in WWE. Glad to have you here on the program with us, Drew. How are you?
Fantastic, lads. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, so your story is really interesting to me because you broke in and you broke in kind of early, and it may not have gone the way you thought it was going to go the first stint around. And then you ended up actually having to leave. You leave and you get a whole hell of a lot better. Then they bring you back. You go to NXT, the developmental territory at the time. You dominate. They move you up to the main roster. And I've watched your descent there for a little bit, and then I watched your massive ascent. And I just look at it and I think to myself, I'm not sure, and you tell me if I'm wrong about this, I'm not sure you're as good as you are today if you don't have to overcome the obstacles and if everything came so difficult for you early on to where you had to go out and almost remake yourself in order to get everybody's attention again.
Oh, wow, that was my life and career in a very short space of time. But I absolutely agree with you. I wouldn't be the man I am today in the ring and what I'm able to do from a match perspective, an interview perspective, without the journey I've been on. But most importantly, I wouldn't be as mentally strong today without the journey that I've been through, where I literally came back to WWE the second time. I was a boy the first round. I was a man, and I literally said, you give me anything, you give me the ball, I can handle any situation. When I finally became WWE champion, it just so happened it was right at the height of a worldwide pandemic, and I was the guy leading the charge. And I said the same thing. It's never happened before, but I'm the guy for the job. And without that journey, I wouldn't have been able to say that and been that confident.
No, I thought you carried the title with a whole lot of dignity and a lot of respect, and it was a tough situation because you finally get that opportunity. They say, "Hey, we're going to strap the rocket ship to Drew McIntyre. You're going to beat Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania, but there's not going to be fans." It's just another challenge that you had to overcome, in that you had to carry that title. You had to do everything you could to bring in a television audience with the Thunderdome and everything else that are going on in WWE, but you don't have the audience. So what did it mean to actually go back and perform in front of fans back at WrestleMania? And of course, you guys have an audience again, but basically your entire title reign took place in front of a television audience, but not a live audience.
Yeah, we kind of talked about my journey a little bit, and the ups, but especially the downs. And it wouldn't really be the Drew McIntyre story without me finally winning the title after 20 years and there being no fans for the entire journey. But nonetheless, I'm very proud of everything the company achieved and I achieved during that time, and having the fans back is amazing. We're such an interactive product, especially me as a performer. If you've ever seen me on the show, I'm very back and forth with the crowd. I always have a smile on my face having the live fans there. I'm so excited they're back. But yes, it would be very, very nice to finally become champion for the third time, raise up that title in front of fans for the very first time.
Being able to be the title holder, were you able at the time to actually enjoy what the process actually was? Sometimes when people win championships or are at the peak of their careers, they usually don't enjoy the moment. Were you able to actually enjoy some of it?
Yeah, I was. I don't know if it was because I had so much time at home. We're 52 weeks a year, usually 4 days a week on the road. But during that time period, we were only working 1 day a week. So I had the time to absorb it. Being that I've been through so much of my career, I do enjoy the moments these days. And it was weird because the way WrestleMania was filmed that year, we pre-taped it. So I was watching it on the couch, on the sofa with my wife, with the rest of the world. And I was nervous because I'd had the match with Brock. I knew it was going to happen in theory, but anything can happen in WWE. And I was half expecting the finish to change, even though I'd done it, even though I'm so jaded after 20 years, even though I thought I knew it was going to happen. I sat there like everyone else waiting for the finish to happen because I thought it might be Brock pinning me at one point, and 1, 2, and then they splice Roman Reigns in there getting pinned or something. Someone with long black hair and a beard. 3, and Brock holding up the title with fans in the background. So I just wanted to watch it and be sure like everyone else. So I was on the edge of my seat with the rest of the world watching WrestleMania, but I did enjoy that moment. It was so cool because on TV the referee gave me the title. In real life, my wife gave me the title. It was such a big part of my journey. My 2 cats were there as well, so that was a cool moment.
No, when this year's Mania, when you had the rain delay that first night, you were one of the guys that they had cut a promo kind of impromptu. There felt like real genuine emotion behind that one, Drew. Like you were so excited to get out there, and the fact that rain delayed it for 30 minutes. I look, I get that there's there's agents and there's all these other kinds of things, but that felt like Drew McIntyre was just like, really? We're doing this again? Can we please actually get on with this thing?
I always start to wonder if I was a jinx. Every time I fight for the title, there's a worldwide pandemic, or for the first time ever, WrestleMania is going to get rained out. But I was, you got to be freaking kidding me. We did the anthem at the beginning. I remember as soon as we went to the opening video and the live, the home audience couldn't see me anymore, I ran to the back. The whole roster were passing me, giving me fist bumps. They start the show right. In my ear, I was being told we're being delayed, Drew. So as everyone's telling me, you're about to go out there and have the time of your life, I know there's going to be a delay. And I'm like, yeah, it's going to be great. But I'm like, oh my God, what are we going to do? I'm just putting my hand up, fist pumping everyone. No one knows what's going on but me. I get to the back. They tell me, come with me right now. I have to crash an interview that Bobby Lashley and MVP were doing. No scripts, just live WrestleMania, the whole world watching. I was like, cool. I walked right in, crashed the promo, and if you would watch it back with the live promo with myself and Lashley, it's so lucky MVP was between us, because Lashley and I were ready to start fighting there. Like if they were going to get rained out, the fans needed to watch something, Bobby Lashley and Drew McIntyre would have fought for the title backstage. We were just ready to start laying into each other for real.
3MB, look, it wasn't maybe the most fun time, but you three guys, you and Jinder and Heath, all three known to be really good dudes in the industry. Now, Jinder has held a championship. You've obviously held the world title as well. What does it mean just you guys finding your way back from where you were and to be in the spot that you're in this weekend?
Yeah, it's cool. And hopefully shows everybody out there, no matter what you're going through or how far you might fall, if you just pick yourself up, believe in yourself, surround yourself with positive people, and just never give up, you can achieve anything, even your craziest dreams, like becoming world champion. Jinder pulled it off first. I've pulled it off twice. If you check out some of Heath's videos online, like he's in the shape of his life right now. He's very motivated. Don't be surprised if he completes the trio there. The prophecy, if you like.
Well, there you go. I mean, I know that you just moved here to our neck of the woods here in Nashville, and there's a lot of pro wrestlers that actually live in Nashville. I know Sheamus lived here for a time. I know some former WWE employees and some current guys that live here. So first, welcome to town.
Absolutely.
Welcome to the city. You've picked a good place to live, brother. Raw coming up here October the 4th. Tickets go on sale tomorrow at 10 a.m. So everybody can go ahead and get excited about that. SummerSlam, what does it mean doing a show on Saturday? I mean, I know it's not that much different other than the fact that it just hasn't happened in a very long time. It's just another new that we've seen over the last few years.
Yeah, I think it's awesome we're doing it on a Saturday. The Sunday shows, it's been tradition forever, but it allows people who are working or maybe have school or whatever to have that Sunday to recover. But more importantly, for the over 21-year-olds that are attending the show live, it was a bit earlier in Vegas time. It's going to finish a bit earlier, and Vegas never closes, so they're probably going to be very hungover the next day. So it's going to be nice for them to have a Sunday to recover. So I think Saturday's awesome. It's going to be an amazing night, an amazing show. The visual of it is going to be phenomenal. I can't wait to see that many people as I walk out, but for the rest of the world to watch on TV and see that many people together. No one's as loud as the WWE fans, so they get that feeling of, my goodness, look at that. We're back to normal. What an incredible feeling.
And since we have all this technology, we've got Zoom. We have our own championship belt here on the show that we have made, a petty championship for JMart and Ramon. We're going to show that to you on the video screen right now. This is one you haven't won yet, but it's pretty impressive. You're seeing it on your Zoom chat right now.
I'm going to come down and win that thing. You can't be too far from me right now. I'm in Mount Juliet, so I can just get in my truck and drive down and win that thing.
You probably get here in about 20 minutes. It becomes a fight every day. We like I said, it's awesome. It's awesome that you're here. It's awesome to just your rise and your story. It's really inspiring, I think, to see where you have come from and where you have landed. You're one of the absolute best in the business. You pretty much never take a night off. I don't see you phone in anything. So I can't wait to see you this weekend, and it's been a pleasure to catch up for a couple of minutes.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I appreciate y'all for having me on. I appreciate your knowledge, and I'm excited. Hometown boy, like I said in an interview earlier, maybe my debut, my new character for one night only, the Scottish cowboy. I'm all about country music these days. It might shock people. They love Johnny Cash, Waylon Jennings, Hank Jr., like the Outlaws. I legitimately enjoy that stuff, so I might just break out my hat and cowboy boots, which I do own, for that night only.
Well, if you're the Scottish cowboy, then you have to come try to win this championship.
Absolutely.
Oh, I'm going. Imagine a Claymore with cowboy boots.
Oh, boy. I don't want any part of the Claymore. Drew, thanks so much, brother. Awesome. All the best, and good luck this weekend.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate y'all. Take care.
Yeah, indeed. That's Drew McIntyre. Cool.